Yes, after this we'll go to part B. So be ready, it will be tougher. Chaney. Part A, extract 2, listening, test, authentic, facial materials. Yeah. So that's very clear now. You hear a physiotherapist. Who is here? A physiotherapist. You hear a physiotherapist. Remember that. The person is a physiotherapist. Yeah. So physiotherapist. And he's talking. That means it's a consultation. It's a consultation. It's a consultation. Okay. It's a consultation. And next one. A patient is talking to a patient. And the patient's name is Marvin Chaney. And we have question 13 to 24. You have to complete the note, sentence completion. Then you have to use only a word or you have to use a short phrase, and that you should hear then only you can write, otherwise no. Okay. And you have 30 seconds. And you have to look at the notes. That means you have to study. You have to study here. Now go through this one. Go through this one very clearly. So, first question is here. Now, onset of symptoms. Try to analyze this question. It's not doing the answer and getting marks. No. You have to be perfect. How to approach the question is very important. Now you have to brainstorm. Each question you have 2.5 seconds. You have 2.5 seconds to each question. 2.5 seconds to each question. Contracted COVID-19, wasn't dash. No hospital admission. Maybe wasn't diagnosed. Maybe wasn't admitted or wasn't hospitalized. Wasn't treated in hospital. Wasn't admitted to ICU. Wasn't admitted overnight. Okay. So what wasn't diagnosed maybe? Okay. Was it treated maybe? Okay. So you have to, okay, wasn't admission, wasn't admitted under care. Okay, wasn't hospitalized for complications. Nothing like that. Something wasn't, okay. Some verb will come here. What will come here? Verb, action. Was not admitted. Past tense. Past perfect. Was not admitted. Was not presented. Was not diagnosed, was not treated, was not admitted formally. Okay, right? So this is the way how you have to analyze this question. Right. Next one. Okay. Then next one. Next, number 2. See number 2. Right. What are the opposition? Wasn't ventilated, maybe. Wasn't intubated, maybe. Wasn't oxygen dependent, maybe. Wasn't placed on CPAP or BiPAP. Wasn't put on a drip, maybe. Wasn't placed under critical care, maybe. Wasn't severely ill, maybe. Think about all the options. Think about all the options, right? Think about all the options. Then it maybe wasn't critically unwell. Okay, contracted, wasn't critically unwell, wasn't life threatened, wasn't incapacitated, wasn't debilitated, was not in danger. Okay, was not in danger, maybe. Was not referred to accident and emergency department, was not admitted to clinic, was not registered as inpatient, was not quarantined, or was not isolated outside home, or wasn't bedbound, or wasn't confined, something like that. Answer may be related to that point. Okay, some verb will come. Quarantined, wasn't registered, wasn't administered, wasn't referred, wasn't debilitated, wasn't life threatened. So verb, which is the best verb that fits? You catch that word when this wasn't ventilated, wasn't intubated, wasn't guided or counseled, something like that. Okay. So next one, you have to be ready. Normally you don't think any words, but now I am explaining you so that you will get some ideas what I am telling. If you attend, then you will get some ideas. In the exam, you will not get any ideas. That's the problem. Okay. That's the biggest problem you have. The next one, ongoing lack of dash. Ongoing post-COVID symptoms. Ongoing lack of dash. Lack of something or some things. Something or some things. Okay. Something or something. So here you'll get a noun. Singular or plural. Noun, you'll get singular or plural. So you have to think about that one here. What is that ongoing lack of things? So you have to think about that. So think about those options there. Ongoing lack of something or some things. So what might be there in this particular situation? Okay, lack of energy, maybe. Lack of stamina, maybe. Lack of strength, maybe. Lack of appetite. Lack of motivation. Lack of focus. Lack of concentration. Lack of sleep. Lack of rest. Lack of vitality. Lack of endurance. Lack of interest. Lack of drive or motivation or something like that. Lack of fitness. Lack of resilience to stand against something. Lack of productivity. Lack of alertness. Lack of alertness. Then lack of, you can say, recovery. Lack of well-being. Lack of effectiveness. So you have to understand these particular points. If you understand, it will be very easy for you to go through this. It will be very easy for you to go through this. All right. Then, next one, you see here, number 15. Oh, it may be lack of well-being, lack of effectiveness, anything may be there. All right. So that you have to focus. If you can focus on that particular area, it will be easy for you to understand. Right. Next. Question number 15. Dash on walking, dash on waking, dash on waking. Persisted all day. Okay. Right? Okay. Persisted all day. Persisted all day. So focus on this one. What is going to come here? Okay. Dash on waking. Right? Dash on waking. Now, what do you think about this? Imagine. So, noun or gerund. You may get noun or gerund. So, what might be the option you can get here? If you think a little bit, open your brains and think a little bit. Okay, what exactly can you imagine here? What can you visualize here? Okay, dash. So he may get a tiredness. Okay, or he may get nausea on waking, or he may, when he wakes up early in the morning, waking up, when he got up in the morning, he had some headache maybe and persisted all day. Some symptom. Okay, some symptom here, post-COVID symptom. So when he woke up, on waking means at the time he woke up, he had this symptom. Okay, when he woke up, he had this symptom. What is that symptom? Maybe headache, maybe tiredness, maybe drowsiness, maybe fatigue, maybe muscle ache, maybe joint stiffness on waking, or sore throat, breathlessness when he woke up and it persisted all day, or sore throat, dizziness, nausea. So when he woke up, he noticed that he had nausea, and all day it persisted continuously from morning till night till he slept. It was there forever, full day. Then maybe chest tightness, maybe weakness, or maybe poor concentration, confusion, lethargy. Lethargy means laziness, not interested to do anything. Palpitations, or heaviness, or exhaustion, exhaustion, exhaustion. Okay, or it may be eye strain or brain fog. So what is the symptom he noticed when he got up early in the morning? What is the type of symptom? He maybe nausea or breathlessness or chest tightness or fatigue or drowsiness, tiredness or headache, whatever it is. It was there in the morning and it lasted till full day, till he slept. That means whenever he was awake, he had this problem continuously. Then next one, brain described as. So here it is an adjective. Adjective. No, described as means like means type. Okay, brain described as means like means what is the type of thing he was described here? So brain was described as what? So analyze that particular question point here. Brain described as burning, maybe foggy, maybe cloudy, heavy. Brain was described as heavy, unbearable, or blank, slow, sluggish. Adjective. You will get an adjective here. Tired brain. Empty brain. Nothing is there in the brain like that you felt. Brain is described like that one. Dull, blocked, or overloaded, frozen, confused, or fuzzy, muddled, stuck, jammed, hazy, numb, or scattered, or confused. What type of condition is the brain? Okay. What type of condition is the brain? You have to think here. Brain described as tired or empty, dull or bored, tired, blocked, frozen, confused, fuzzy. What type of condition you had? That you have to understand. This is an adjective type. What type was your brain that particular instance? Okay. I told you already, this is a very special class. Described. This is not just personal class. This is extraordinary class. I'm giving it as a blessing for those students who have joined recently and those students who have exam by the end of this month or the next month beginning. So don't miss. Okay. Whenever this is my free session. Today is a holiday. I have no class today. Right? But I'm giving you. So I'm giving a lot of lectures. So don't miss any session. Leave everything aside and listen. Okay. So lack of something. Lack of something. Lack of energy, like that, described as. Okay. Next one. The symptoms presented all day. On waking, the symptom was there and it was all day, persisted. Symptom persisted full day. Then next, tendency to forget things. What type of things? For example, one or two things might be given or one example might be given. Example, not examples, examples. Maybe one or two, whatever he has given, you can write one or two, whatever he has given. So tendency to forget. Now here, brain described as finished. Now tendency to do what? To forget things. Tendency to forget things. What type of things? Maybe activities or nouns or names, or it may be anything. Tendency to forget things. What things? Maybe watch. There may be two type of things. Maybe activities. Thing may be activity or activity. He did not say activity, so maybe things only. So now here, what are those things he is forgetting? Maybe glasses or mobile phone or names or appointments or birthdays or phone numbers or addresses. Okay. What type of things he is forgetting? Forgetting things. So he's forgetting names of people. I many times forget names of people. Okay. And appointments. I say tomorrow class is there. I tell my students, oh, sorry, I'm an old man. I forget things. You please remind me. Please remind me, because I have a tendency of forgetting things. I sometimes keep something, rice or something on my stove, and I forget. It gets blackened and almost roasted. Then afterwards I realize by the smoke or something, I tend to forget things. What sort of things I forget? So now, birthdays, I forget the birthdays. There is a topic in my house. Every time you forget my birthday. Yeah, I forget. What to do? I remember everything, but regarding subject, I remember everything. But regarding birthdays, I forget. Right, phone numbers. How can I remember phone numbers? I cannot keep them by heart, right? Okay. Next, addresses or conversations or words or objects. For example, keys, keychain, glasses, mobile phone, or shopping items or shopping list, or tasks to do, recent events, dates, instructions, commitments. I'll say I'll take a class. Maybe I'll forget. Or medications. I want to take medication, so and so medication at particular time. And I forget taking that medication. I forget to take my food, meals, maybe. I forget to call my people, okay? So call back or something like that. I think I'll call them back, but I forget. Okay, my son tells me, call me daddy in the evening. I want to talk to you, but I forget. He'll again call me and say, you forgot that. Yeah, I forgot. So what is the problem? You remind me. So that it happens. No? I'm a human being. And forget sometimes locking doors. Locking doors. Sometimes, I go out. One day, the entire window was open. It was very cold in the morning. Okay. I was feeling very cold because it was winter time. I did not close. Normally, I open the windows in the daytime. And I forgot to close. The mosquitoes came, some mosquitoes. It happens. Forget things. One day I forgot closing the door only. Door was open. Door was open, but luckily nobody will come second floor. That's what was. I kept my door open. I thought I opened the door and I came and I was in a class. Some parcel came. I went and took the parcel. I remember to this day. Afterwards, I realized after the class is finished. Next day morning, I realized. Happens. I was taking a class. I got a call. Mobile phone rang. I went, picked up the order, came back. Okay. The bag was heavy. I thought I will put the bag on the table and I'll go and close the door. But when I came here, the class was open. I forgot everything. I sat and I continued with the class. Then afterwards, I ate, slept, finished. Early in the morning, next day, I saw that one. It happens. We forget things. Locking doors. I did not even close door. Forget locking. I did not even close. The door was open, half open. So turning off lights. I don't turn off geyser. Okay. I switch on, but I don't switch off. Right. So it happens. For example, switching off the knobs of the electric stove. We may forget. Okay. What he's telling, we don't know. No? I forget money in my pockets and I put for washing. Next day it will come. Okay. Wet. When I try to fold the clothes, I see currency notes in my pocket. Full wet and crumpled. So it happens. So forget notes in my pockets for washing. Ne? So it happens. So cooking steps. We forget putting salt in the curry. Okay. Then next one. Colleagues' names. Like this. Anything. We may forget anything. What is that this lady forgets? What is that this man forgets? Is it man or lady? Michael. Marvin. Yeah. Okay. Maybe man. So. Uh, right. So next step. Forget things. What are the things he forgets? Names of things, activities or names, responsibilities, duties, items, list. There may be many. What this person forgets. Okay. What this person forgets. Next one. 18. For example, sometimes while talking, I forget some vocabulary which I want to speak. I'll say, for example, pre-listening task. But I forget to say brainstorming. I forget to say assume, imagine. Some words I forget. Some vocabulary I forget. Some labels I may forget. Some titles I may forget. Like that. Next, 18th point. Dash accompanied by chest pain. So here chest pain is one symptom. So along with this, accompanied by means come together. I accompanied my brother means we both went together. I accompanied, went side by side, went jointly together. What do you mean by accompanied? Give company to means going side by side. So chest pain and something else, another symptom he has experienced another symptom. This also is another symptom. All are symptoms here. Another symptom. What are those symptoms? What are those symptoms? We all see if we study like this, no, every day, all these will be in our brain automatically. Right. So dash accompanied by chest pain. Okay. So what accompanied by chest pain? So you have to imagine that. You have to analyze that one. Maybe shortness of breath, maybe palpitations, maybe dizziness, maybe fainting, syncope. He may say syncope. Instead of fainting, he may say syncope. So the scientific name or the medical term also you should know. Okay, shortness of breath. What is that name of shortness of breath? So you have to know. I'm not a medical professional, but you have to know. If he tells that one, what you will do? So fainting means a syncope. Then sweating, cough, wheezing, nausea, vomiting, tightness along with chest pain. It may be pressure, or it may be heaviness, or it may be burning sensation, fatigue, rapid heartbeat, irregular heartbeat, anxiety, or collapse, or loss of consciousness, or clamminess. So it may be any time. What he is telling, you have to be ready to catch and grab that one. Okay. You have to catch and grab that one. Fine. You have to be very clear. Right. Right. Think about all these things. Think about all these things. It is very, very important. Right. So consider these things like this. Next question. Question number 19. Question number 19. Okay. Question number 19. Yeah. Diagnosis of heart dash. Diagnosis of dash. What is the diagnosis of dash? What is diagnosis of dash? So diagnosis, what are the different types of diagnosis? You have to understand. Okay. Right. So what are the different types of diagnosis? Okay. Right. So go through this one very carefully. One second. Yes. Yeah. So, I'm sorry, 1 second. So, next one, diagnosis of dash. Now, what was diagnosed in this condition? What was diagnosed in this condition? Okay. What was diagnosed in this condition? You have to see here very clearly. If you see that one, that will be very clear for you. So it may be myocarditis, pericarditis, angina, coronary artery disease, myocardial infarction, pulmonary embolism. Okay, like this. Anything may be there. Okay, then pulmonary hypertension or arrhythmia or atrial fibrillation. Okay, atrial fibrillation or heart failure or costochondritis or pleurisy. So diagnosed with some particular problem here. Okay, diagnosis. What is the name of the medical condition? So diagnosis, what is the name of the medical condition here? Try to understand the medical condition. Try to understand the medical condition. You try to understand the medical condition here. That's very, very important. Next one, it may be pneumonia or post-COVID syndrome or chronic fatigue syndrome or anxiety disorder or panic disorder or anemia or gastroesophageal reflux disease or hiatal hernia or musculoskeletal chest pain. Okay. What it might be? What it might be? It might be muscle strain or lung fibrosis or sarcoidosis or whatever it is. You have to be ready with all these names. You have to, when the word comes, immediate. At least if you have 10 names, the 11th name you can catch easily. That's the point in there. So low levels of dash. Low levels of dash identified. Supplements are prescribed. Low levels of what? Low levels of what? Okay. Low levels of some medical condition. Okay. Low levels of some medical conditions here. So low levels of dash identified. Supplements prescribed. Low level of what? Of some medical condition. Maybe like red blood cells or maybe heartbeat, whatever. So you have to understand what is this diagnosis here. Okay. What was diagnosed here? What is the medical condition? You can say. What is the medical condition? Diagnosis. What is the medical condition? So diagnosis of a medical condition. Medical conditions. Diagnosis of medical conditions. You have to remember this. Next one. Right. Low levels of dash. Now let us think about the question number 20. 20. So low levels of dash prescribed. So what might be the option here? Supplements prescribed. Okay. So these may be of different types. For example, it may be iron, low levels of iron, or low levels of vitamin D, or low levels of vitamin B12, or low levels of folate, or folic acid, or calcium, or magnesium, or potassium, or zinc, or selenium, or copper, or it may be iodine or phosphorus. So low levels of what? Supplements prescribed. For what? Okay, maybe phosphorus, sodium, vitamin C, vitamin E maybe, or vitamin A or vitamin K, or omega-3 fatty acids, or protein, or ferritin, or hemoglobin, or glucose, or creatinine, or albumin. So you have to be ready with these things. Anything may be the answer. Anything he may speak. There are too many things. But if you practice like this, at least some brain will be filled with a lot of information. So it will be easy for you to understand. That's what I'm telling you. That is what I am telling you. Okay. Right. Next one. Okay. Question number So this is the medical conditions. Next one, question number 21. Accompanied by joint pain. That means, try to understand here. So overexertion of anxiety leads to recurrence of fatigue, anxiety, fatigue accompanied by joint pain. So came together. So joint pain is one symptom. Okay, affects dash and lower extremities. So lower extremities means legs, dash and lower extremities, maybe neck, maybe back, maybe head or forehead and lower extremities. What is this here? Lower extremities, legs already came. What are the other things? Okay, upper extremities, upper and lower extremities maybe, or stomach maybe. What is it? So what might be the answer here for this particular 21st question? So you have to understand lower extremities. Extremities means projected outside. Extremities going to the long. Okay. So legs stretching from the body to extend, extreme. Okay. So accompanied by lower, accompanied by joint pain, and it is affecting these parts of the body. So here you can consider this as parts of the body. I'm not giving chance to anybody to speak. Okay, don't worry, because I'm teaching you. It's 1-to-1. Many people are there, but it is 1-to-1. Okay, it is 1-to-1. Right. So these are what? Body parts. Body parts, lower extremities, legs, body parts. So what are the body parts here? So one is given already, lower extremities means legs. What is the other one here? Okay, lower back maybe, or anterior or posterior body. Okay, whatever. So what are the parts here? Upper extremities and lower extremities maybe, or hands, or arms, wrists, elbows, shoulders, fingers, neck, back, spine, hips, upper limbs, jaw. Why I'm reading out all these things? So that these should go into your brains. They should be fixed permanently in your brain. You should know all these things. Okay. When something comes, body part means immediately all these should come onto your mind. So it may be neck, back, spine, hips, upper limbs, jaw. Okay. Jaw, chest wall, joints, collarbones, forearms, knees. Okay. Ankles maybe. Right. So anything may be there like that. So you have to recall these words very fast. Body parts. It may be plural or singular. Dash in fingers. Dash in fingers. Something is there in fingers. Some problem. Some condition. Okay. Some condition. What is that in fingers? So maybe twitching. What is the condition here? Okay. So dash in fingers. What is there? Maybe color fading in fingers, or maybe dryness in fingers, or oily nature in fingers. What exactly is it? Think about all the possible options. Okay. Dash in fingers. Yeah. This. Yes. So, what do you mean by here? You have to analyze that very clearly. If you can guess like this, it's so simple for you. So what might be there in fingers? What is the attribute, or what is the quality that should be there? So softness in fingers, or stiffness in fingers, or swelling in fingers, pain in fingers, numbness in fingers, or tingling, or weakness, deformity. You cannot remember all these words. So make note of all these words. This lecture is very important. This earlier first lecture I gave something different. Second lecture I'm giving something different. Don't think that all the lectures will be the same. If I'm teaching the 10th lesson, that will be something different. Okay, I'm giving you the words here. How to think, how to analyze this one, how to brainstorm this one. If you have this power of vocabulary, it will be very immediately you can grab the answer like that. For example, you have an experience of all these things. For example, you have an experience of cooking for 20 years. It is very easy for you to cook. You can grab things just like that and do whatever you want. You can do magic. If you are a doctor for 20 years experience, how expert you will be there. If you are just a novice, that means fresher in medicine, you will be looking at the senior doctor. Okay? You will be helpless. That is what you are in now, because you don't have experience of gathering all this vocabulary. So it may be, for example, deformity in fingers, weakness in fingers, redness, heat, warmth, inflammation, tremor, cramping, reduced grip and strength, discoloration or pallor maybe. Pallor, pallor, cyanosis, blue color, cyanosis, blue color, ulceration, ulcers, lesions, tenderness, spasm, anything he may speak. At least I'm giving you some words. Try to practice these words. Make down notes. Afterwards, go through the session, point by point, write down all the notes. Okay? You can have the transcript also. You can go to the YouTube and take the transcript. And from there, directly you'll get all the words. You need not write also. Go to the YouTube, take the transcript. At the bottom, you'll get the transcript. So copy the transcript and copy in your notebook, in your Word format, in your computer, or in your WhatsApp. Okay? All these words, they will be your brain power now. It will be a vocabulary book. So what type of quality is there? What is the quality of hands now? Okay? Cramping, dryness, watery, okay? Lesions, whatever it is. The next one, 23rd question, has practiced dash long term, recently commenced Tai Chi, okay? Has practiced something, some treatment here. He gave some practice, okay? Some treatment modality or exercise or something. Action, some activity, we can say. We can say some activity, some work, some program, some procedure he followed, long term. But now he changed to Tai Chi. No, that not changed, commenced a new thing. It may ended or not, we don't know, right? That might end or no, but long term he practiced something, has practiced a dash for a long time, and now recently commenced on Tai Chi. Okay. Yeah. So think about these words. Take your time in thinking, because in the exam it is very difficult for you to grab. Okay. In the exam, it is very difficult to grab. But now you can learn, right? Yeah. Has practiced some modality, some treatment, some style, something, some practice or activity. Maybe it's like has practiced yoga, or has practiced meditation, has practiced Pilates, Pilates, or practiced aerobics, swimming, jogging, running, cycling, walking, hiking, dancing, or martial arts, or you can say, yeah, you can say some more activities like we are not very familiar, but Qigong, stretching, physiotherapy exercises, calisthenics, physiotherapy exercises, strength training, weightlifting, Zumba, aerobics classes, anything may be spoken, but if you have an idea, you can catch it very fast. What is the activity? What is the program that he has taken for a long time? Long-term practiced yoga maybe, long-time practiced calisthenics, or long-time practiced cycling or walking, but recently commenced Tai Chi also in addition to that, or he did not mention whether he stopped the previous one or not. Now, example, use of dash and light weights. Use of dash and light weights. So, last one, 24th one. 24th one. So, he started advice on strength building exercises. Advice on strength building and exercises. Ask for advice. He's asking for advice on these things. Okay. So, Use of something. What is that something? Use of dash and light weights, not heavy weights, light weights. Okay. Strength exercise. Ask for advice on strength building exercises. What it may be, resistance bands or exercise bands or elastic bands or stretch bands or thera bands or dumbbells or kettlebells or ankle weights or wrist weights or barbells or medicine ball or balance ball or exercise ball. Or it may be like body bars or sandbags or foam rollers or hand grips or grip strengtheners or cable machines, okay, or push-up bars and light weights. So one is given, the other one you have to recall. What is given there? Okay, balance ball maybe, or dumbbells, or elastic bands, or exercise bands. What exactly is the word? You have to find out. The name, something, use of somethings, some equipment. This is an equipment. equipment. Some equipment like dumbbells. What is that equipment he is using? Light weights. So some things, some items. Okay. You can say equipment, or you can say some items helping for exercises. Items helping exercises. Once again, I'm telling you, I'm trying to target you for 24 out of 20 in part A. That's what I'm telling you. 24 out of 24 in part A. That's what I'm seeing here. It's very clear. All right. So be very careful here. All right. Be very careful. So this is how you are going to do this particular, yes, use something, use of something, and light weights. So it is plural here, maybe here also plural or singular. Noun form will come here. Name of some instrument or item or physical equipment for enhancing strength. So right, that's it. That's very clear. Now we are going to play the audio and you are going to do the test.
A physiotherapist talking to a patient called Marvin Chaney. For questions 13 to 24, complete the notes with a word or short phrase that you hear.
You now have 30 seconds to look at the notes. (24) Complete the notes with a word or short phrase that you hear.
But I've just noticed the change.
Sure. I'll ask you a bit more about those symptoms in a moment, but what I'd like to do first is have a listen to your chest.
Extract 2, questions 13 to 24. You hear a physiotherapist talking to a patient called Marvin Chaney. For questions 13 to 24, complete the notes with a word or short phrase that you hear. You now have 30 seconds to look at the notes.
So, Marvin, I understand you've been referred to me because you are experiencing some symptoms of long COVID, and your doctor suggested that some physiotherapy could help.
That's right.
I've got your notes here, but as we haven't met before, could you just run through for me how all this started, any treatment you've had, and anything else you feel I should be aware of?
Yeah, sure. It all started when I caught COVID-19. I mean, I hadn't been vaccinated, so maybe it was worse than it might have been, but who knows. Anyway, I had it pretty bad, but not bad enough to go to the hospital. I had the usual flu-like symptoms that turned into a dry cough. It completely wiped me out. I never felt so sick in my whole life, but I got over it. And in time, the symptoms pretty much disappeared. I was coughing for about a month, but otherwise I thought I'd beaten it.
I see. So when did the long COVID symptoms start?
I'd say like 6 weeks afterwards. The cough had gone, but I still wasn't feeling 100%.
Right.
Looking back, the whole experience had kind of sapped my energy. I didn't feel like going to the gym like I used to do before because I was getting out of breath just doing ordinary things like carrying groceries. Then other stuff started happening. I wasn't sleeping properly, so I was tired pretty much the whole time. Like I'd wake up with a headache and it would go on all day, just get worse and worse. And that's when the other symptoms would kick in.
Okay.
Like my brain would go kind of fuzzy, so I couldn't focus on anything properly. And I'd start to get this thing where I couldn't remember stuff. Like words would be on the tip of my tongue, but just wouldn't come out. I mean, that was weird.
1 second.
Anyway, at first, I didn't make the connection with COVID. I assumed something else was going on.
So when did the long COVID symptoms
Anyway, I had it pretty bad.
for me, how all this started, So, Marvin, I understand you've been referred to me because you are experiencing some symptoms of long COVID, and your doctor suggested that some physiotherapy could help.
That's right.
I've got your notes here, but as we haven't met before, could you just run through for me how all this started, any treatment you've had, and anything else you feel I should be aware of?
Yeah, sure. It all started when I caught COVID-19. I mean, I hadn't been vaccinated, so maybe it was worse than it might have been, but who knows. Anyway, I had it pretty bad, but not bad enough to go to the hospital. I had the usual flu-like symptoms that turned into a dry cough. It completely wiped me out. I never felt so sick in my whole life, but I got over it. And in time, the symptoms pretty much disappeared. I was coughing for about a month, but otherwise I thought I'd beaten it.
I see. So when did the long COVID symptoms start?
I'd say like 6 weeks afterwards. The cough had gone, but I still wasn't feeling 100%.
Right.
Looking back, the whole experience had kind of sapped my energy. I didn't feel like going to the gym like I used to do before because I was getting out of breath just doing ordinary things like carrying groceries. Then other stuff started happening. I wasn't sleeping properly, so I was tired pretty much the whole time. Like I'd wake up with a headache and it would go on all day, just get worse and worse. And that's when the other symptoms would kick in.
Okay.
Like my brain would go kind of fuzzy, so I couldn't focus on anything properly. And I'd start to get this thing where I couldn't remember stuff. Like words would be on the tip of my tongue, but just wouldn't come out. I mean, that was weird. Anyway, at first, I didn't make the connection with COVID. I assumed something else was going on. And when I started to get palpitations and chest pains, I went to see the doctor because I thought it must be a problem with my heart.
Yes, of course. So did you get a diagnosis and treatment then?
Well, I had all kinds of tests, including an ECG, and they put me on a heart monitor for 5 days. And that's when they said it was arrhythmia, and they put me on beta blockers. And I did start to feel better, like almost immediately. And they also said that my vitamin D levels were low and that I should take supplements for that. And that helped too.
Okay.
And they said this was all down to long COVID, apparently. And I'm still getting some strange symptoms despite the medications. And that's why I've come to see you.
Okay. Tell me about those and how I might be able to help you.
Well, basically, if I overdo things, like if I try to do too much or if I get anxious, then I start getting the symptoms again. Mostly fatigue, but also a certain amount of joint pain, often in my hips, but it can also affect my ankles, even my feet sometimes.
Right.
It's like a dull ache, and it seems to be related to the fatigue. I also get a certain amount of numbness in my fingers, which is a bit worrying. I mean, I still do quite a bit of exercise, but I mostly do gentle stuff. Like, I've always done yoga, but I've also recently started doing Tai Chi, and that seems right for me. I would like to start going to the gym again, though I'm aware that I shouldn't do anything too strenuous. So I was hoping to get some guidance on strength building exercises. I mean, should I be using things like resistance bands or even trying light weights? It would be really good to do things like that, but I feel I need to do it under someone's guidance at the moment.
Yes, of course. Well, thank you for all that background, Marvin. That's really given me a good idea of what we need to do. I'd like to start by...
Yes. So that's all about the listening.
That is the end of part A. Now look at part B.
That is while listening. While listening activity we have done. Now we'll see correction. Post listening, you can check for 30 seconds. You can check for 30 seconds. Yeah. Now think about all these things. Now, coming to the point, let us check the answers now. Yeah. These are the answers. These are the answers. You can check your answers now. Vaccinated, double C. Vaccinated, double C. Correct your answers and let me know how many marks you got. So Ruwani 10 out of 12. Zoom user 11 out of 12. Jasdeep 11 out of 12. Okpiri Alisbe 11 out of 12. And Pugudu 11 out of 12. Yeah, you people can share your experience now. First, let us start with Ruwani. Hello, Ruwani. Hello, Ruwani. Hello. Yeah, okay. Jasdeep.
Hello.
Yes, Jasdeep.
Hello. Yes, sir.
You can share your experience. How was the session?
The session was so good. Now it's easy to crack
Am I
answers.
teaching too much unnecessary things?
No, sir. No. It's easy to crack the answers before even uh, before listening. It's now brain is working. How to apply answer the exact. So it's a good, sir. Now easy to
Okay.
crack.
Yeah, very good. Next, Ruwani. Okay, Pubudu. Yes,
Hello,
Pubudu, you can share your experience.
hello, sir. I also think this method is good because to how to identify the answer before getting the answer, we have to find how to find it. It's the way is really good. I think I have to practice more with this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very fine. Thank you very much. And
thank
those who are new students, you can just message me. Okpiri Alisbe. Aliseb. Okpiri Aliseb. You can unmute and you can share your experience if you can.
Okay. Good day, sir.
Yes.
And, okay, still morning. I'm listening and participating from Nigeria. Thanks for the opportunity. A friend of mine actually informed me about your classes and shared me your link, so I joined. So the classes is top notch. I would say well detailed, and so that is good. This is my first time of trying to prepare for OET exams. So I believe continuing with you, I will have a lot of confidence moving on. So, but I want to ask before I end, in the real exam situation, we might not have this much time to analyze the questions very well. So how do we apply these your teaching skills?
Yes, I got it. I got it. See, now, so in the real exam, you don't have time, but now you have time, right?
Yes.
So if you can start practicing like this, in the beginning, you will take 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, 30 seconds. Like that, gradually you'll decrease your analyzing time. You understand?
Okay.
So once you are perfect, by the time of exam, automatically, even without spending too much time, you'll just get answer like that. You understand now?
Okay.
Because we don't have practice in analyzing, it will be difficult in the exam. But now you start like this one, you analyze like this one, it will be easy in the exam, right?
Yes, sir.
So in the rehearsals, if you do better, in the exam, real running race, you can go very fast, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, I get
That's
you.
what it is, rehearsals. These are just rehearsals. In the exam, automatically you will do out of practice and experience, okay?
Okay.
Okay, dear. So that's the end of the session now. So afterwards, I'll call you for test section B. Listening, section B, I'll call you. So we can join shortly later. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, maybe
Thank
after
you.
45 minutes or 1 hour, we'll take the next session.